We're recording.
Okay.
It's good. All right.
All right.
How's it going?
Steve, it's going really well. It's been a really good weekend here.
It's been a long weekend.
It kind of has. It's kind of coming to an end, which in reality makes me sad a little bit sometimes too, because we get to hang out with our friends. And I know everybody gets to see each other a lot and stuff like that, but this is the first time we kind of met and stuff like that. And we connected a while ago. You know, you came on the talk show, which was incredible. Mm-hmm. And now we're networking. We're possibly going to work together in January. Nice. You know,
me too.
So I know, just really excited.
So welcome to another episode of Eerie Encounters. Yeah. I am Steve. This is Chris. I'm just kidding.
Who? What?
So introduce yourself.
My name is David Taylor. I am from Our Haunted Lives. I am one of the better half. The other better half is Christy Grissom right there. And Steve was so kind to ask me to kind of fill in for this little chat that we're going to have about the ParaVation weekend, I suppose.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
we're
Chris,
both tired.
Yes, we're exhausted, and that's the perfect time to film this. You know, when Chris and I typically film it, we are both sleep deprived.
Yeah.
And we feel like that makes the conversation a lot more lively. So Chris is actually helping film a wedding this weekend. One of the things Chris and I both are doing now is, weirdly enough, helping film for weddings. Don't know how we got into that.
Well,
but it's a thing.
You're a good videographer, so.
Well, typically I film creepy stuff, and so it was kind of weird. Like,
well, weddings are kind of creepy.
Are they? I mean, certain aspects can be very creepy.
I'm not saying yours was creepy, but
yeah, no, don't. Your wife was like, no. Yeah. Anyways,
no, mine wasn't creepy either. And I'm not saying anybody's weddings are creepy. I was just trying to make a joke.
I wanted an October wedding.
Oh, okay.
I wanted a creepy wedding.
Okay.
She did not want a creepy wedding.
Yeah, most. I would say probably. Well, I'm not going to comment on that.
No comment. Gonna go ahead and
taking the fifth.
Step back on this one. Yeah, I wanted a creepy wedding. I wanted to do like Halloween. I wanted to do costumes and all that. She very much was not for that. So
happened.
Nope, that definitely didn't happen.
No. No. I wanted to elope.
Yeah.
I just wanted to go to Vegas. I wanted to get married by Elvis. And it was when my wife and I were living in Arizona, so it was a definite possibility.
Yeah.
And towards the end, well, you know, I'm really crying about nothing because, like, we had a wedding planner and everything, so.
Makes it easy.
Oh,
we had
one too. It was a piece of cake. We had to answer the phone and go, yes. Or no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, it was good. It was good stuff.
But at the end, she was like, "You sure you just want to go to Vegas?" So.
Yeah. Do you want to come say hi? Oh yes, we did. So So let's talk about that. Okay. So I went in to get pictures. I always try to get pictures of like when the Connor sisters and Pat and the sisterhood are at events. I always try to go in and help them and get like photos of them and stuff.
Sure.
So ended up in the room, and they were doing like a healing session.
Yeah.
And then I was part of the healing session and in the healing session. And so they're like, "What do you want? What do you want heal?" And I was like, "I'd like to be a couple inches taller."
Steve, I have enough to give you because if I was 2 inches shorter, things in my life would be so much easier.
I'll take a little bit.
I'll flying on airplanes, sitting in cars,
hitting your head onto God.
Yes.
Imagine.
Especially when you're investigating buildings from 1791, like last night. Watch out.
Yes.
Because weren't people like 4 feet 8 inches tall like back then?
They weren't hobbits, David.
I don't know. They wore the same clothes as hobbits.
I mean, they wore hobbit-ish, yes, hobbit-esque clothing, but like they were still normal-sized people. I think like I think the whole height thing is a myth. I think that I think most people were like the normal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, like if you go to like
5'8", 5'9".
the Franklin Lloyd Wright house, Falling Water, I think it's called. Have you ever been there?
No.
Beautiful. It's a really cool house. But he cut the doorways, like the door frames and thresholds and stuff, to like his height. Okay. And so like there's this huge like common misconception of when you go in there that like people were shorter. It's like no, he was short. And so when he designed it and built it, he made it much shorter because he was like, screw this is my house. And I'm like, yeah, I get that. I totally get that.
This for me.
Yeah, this is mine.
I don't care if it has implications about art.
The resale value may be crap. However,
no, Frank, like, doesn't matter. It's still selling for like $18 gazillion. You know,
it's only like a massive museum now.
Yes. So I think he did the right thing. You know?
Probably.
So, yeah.
Absolutely. So we're at ParaVation, Strasburg, Virginia.
Yes.
We've had an awesome time. It's been a weekend.
Yes.
We're indoors this year, so huge shout out to Jen. Last year, you weren't here, but last year it was outside, and it was blazing hot.
Yeah.
So we're in the rec center this year, and it's much better.
It is. The setup is really good. You know, the vibe is really cool here, but it's just, I don't know, man. I'm just sad right now, Steve.
You're sad.
Sorry, I'm sad and tired.
Sad.
You know,
Sad boy.
I'm watching people pack up and everything, and I'm like, oh, bye. I won't see you for like another month.
Like for a month. Like I gotta see you at the bash.
Yeah, then I'll be sad again. Always me. First world problems, David. Oh, it must be nice to travel around all the time. Mm-hmm. But it's still work. So.
It is. You get busy. You get busy with these things. A lot of people think that it's just like you go and you just chill, but it's like there's a lot of running around to do.
Yeah.
A lot of talking to people.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah.
And like then you got to go spend money at other people's tables.
You must support the other people that come. There's a
feed your own addictions.
Yeah. There's a lot of trading and bartering going on, and you know, people are peddling their wares.
Yes.
There's people that are coming around with alms for the poor.
Yes.
Alms for, you know, and
my daughter's made the round like 20 times now.
What,
in the last hour.
What's the loot that she's got? She got some good stuff?
Dude, I don't know. People have just been giving her shit.
That's so like, cool, though.
She's just come back with tons of just different things and bags and baggies.
Look at what I got for this.
Yeah. And I'm like, where did you get? She's like, oh, so-and-so gave it to me. I'm like, what? Wish that worked in real life. Just walk around and get free things.
I mean, we go
around. Like, I want to be an adult and walk around and get free things.
Yeah, not as an adult. It's not going to happen to be like, what's wrong with you? You got to pay for this. Yeah. So
just want this. No. No. Put it back.
No, it's been a great weekend. A lot of great conversations, a lot of discussions, a lot of great presentations. They've been great. Jeremy Leonard is always great. Your thing about
it's a thing, man.
Skinwalker Ranch was great. Sam
Skywalker Ranch.
Yes. Sorry. I was thinking about the new Star Wars game that just got released, or just previewed the other day, like Star Wars Outlaws, and there's like Skywalker Ranch.
Skywalker Ranch.
Because, Lucasfilm is basically called Skywalker Ranch. So,
Luke Skywalker Ranch.
I had Star Wars on the brain, so I should have kept my copy in front of me. That's insider lingo for reading words.
Reading notes.
Copy.
But it's been good, and then we had a really cool investigation last night.
The investigation was amazing because people made breakthroughs, and what Sam was doing, and of really kind of helping people break through, and just the feeling we had, it was just overall good. But I mean, some people were angry at the end.
It's okay. No, you can't please everybody. It's fine.
No, you cannot. But
We had fun. I had fun. It was fun. That's a success.
The Eagles Lodge was incredible. It was built in 1791.
There was 1797.
1797.
1800 something.
Okay.
Oh, it's just a picture.
Hi.
Oh, we're okay. Yep, we're gonna
He's
keep
going like this means keep rolling.
Keep going.
He's like keep going. He's not going like this, which means stretch out, stretch.
It's time to make shitty dad jokes.
Yeah, exactly.
So we investigated. It was an old mill.
Yes.
And it's not open to the public.
No.
It's the Eagles.
The Fraternal Order of Eagles.
Yes.
And they did not want to have anything to do with. Well, they wouldn't accept my American Legion card.
They would not.
I'm in one of those clubs too.
But they did tell you could just come back.
I know, which was awesome. This was awesome. So the hospitality there was incredible. A lot of times when you go investigate places, Steve, and I don't know if you can really kind of agree with this, but a lot of times, they're just not really into it. They're just kind of like, okay, give me your monies.
We'll see you later.
Yeah, don't make any messes. If you make a mess, it's going to ruin it for everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
But, this one was great. The participation from the staff was incredible.
They were really into it.
The knowledge from the staff was incredible, and we got corroborating evidence.
Well, let's take this break real quick. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna go over here.
Break
into this off-screen fridge and grab one of these.
Break time, party time, excellent.
We don't actually do breaks. This is just gonna all go.
Oh wow!
straight.
Okay, so you saw me do my Wayne's World impersonation.
I'm just kidding. I'm cutting if you want me to cut.
I'll get that. I bet that gets more views than So
everything ever.
Yeah, you'll be like, check this out. This is what we're gonna do. Right
Look at this guy.
Yeah, he thinks he's Wayne Campbell. So even though I have the Garth glasses, so
you do have the Garth glasses.
So. No, the investigation was just really good. And, I kind of went into it just being really, really tired.
Oh, my God, yeah. I mean, it was so hot. We got up at 6 a.m. to drive up here.
I was...
Set up, whole event.
Yes. Yeah.
This ended at 6, I think. We left here at 6. Then we grabbed dinner.
Yeah.
And then we were there at like 9 something.
I literally got out of here, I think 5:49. I said, okay, thanks for being at the Paracon for the first day. Mm-hmm. And then I ran out, got to my car, drove. I did a drift move. I pulled the emergency brake and slid into the parking spot.
Why? It's like literally right here.
While opening the side door. Flew out, did a roll.
Into the bed?
When I ran back, I shut the door, flipped my keys out to lock the car up into that. The elevator was opening up with somebody. I kind of skidded in, said, sorry, boom, like that.
This is like a whole adventure you had.
It was incredible because the only thing I wanted to do after yesterday of being in this tin can, and it's a great Paracon. I'm sorry, it was just extremely hot.
It was pretty hot.
Is just to take a shower. I would have dove in an ice bath.
This is like Indiana Jones in the search for the shower.
I have a great imagination. So. But he did find the shower, and then I crashed out for, until like 9:15, and kind of just took a little wake-up shower and texted Sam and said, "You ready to go?" And he's like, "All right, let's go." And we were there. But the experiences were incredible.
It was good.
We got a lot of good stuff. I mean, there was, footsteps when we were in the basement. You were getting some good stuff in the basement also, weren't you?
Yeah, I mean, we were getting, I know at one point, we had, I guess I was doing an SD session and came up with the name Tom.
Okay.
And tried to kind of, piece that together.
Okay.
John Covey was in my group. And he's off camera, so maybe we'll grab John and have him talk about it a little bit. But that's how we do.
That's how we do.
That's how we roll here. And so...
Covey power.
Yeah, power of the Covey. And so John like connected with the spirit and was like, is there somebody that had?
I think you need to cut something in before you talk about John connecting with the spirit.
Okay, what are we gonna cut in?
Your flare image of John.
Oh my God, yes. So we were outside and cut this picture.
Insert flare image of John playing Spider-Man. Okay.
Cut back.
Yeah.
Welcome back, everyone.
Hi.
You know, this is just gonna be one long thing, and then I'm gonna cut a picture of that.
Yeah.
It's actually a video, so I'm gonna cut a video of John as Spider-Man on the flare over you talking to cut.
Oh,
everything.
okay.
It's gonna be fantastic. This is low budget, is what this is.
This is incredible. I love this. I have to be so bleeping professional, like when I do. Oh, hi Sam. Thanks.
Sam's gonna do it. Yes.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for the support, Sam. There you go. No, thank you, Sam.
We'll cut that picture into.
yeah, we'll cut that picture in there too.
So we were outside investigating, and there was a pig roast.
It was so loud.
There was like a pig roast.
It sounded so fun, and it smelled so good.
It did, and I was kind of like, I wanted to bring my group because I was leading a group, you guys were leading a group, and I kind of wow, that was interesting. I kind of wanted to investigate the roast.
Sure.
You know,
I wanted to investigate how good the roast pork was.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
That's what I wanted to investigate.
You know,
maybe it was pulled pork.
God, it would have been great.
Oh my God,
it would have been fantastic. And they were having a good time. They were partying.
They were having a great time.
And so it was kind of hard to do like audio, and it's outside, so you already got like all the bugs and everything.
Kind of go to thermal.
Yeah, so I just broke out my FLIR, and that's what we did.
Sure.
And John was wearing his glasses, and he looked like Spider-Man. I'm not explaining it. It looked like Spider-Man.
So incredible. So great. I love it.
So I had him do a Spider-Man pose.
Yes. Yes.
And it was good. It was good. It was a good, solid thing. It was a good bit.
Yeah. Yeah. It was. The thing you have to remember a lot of times, you know, what I like to tell people when we go on these public investigations with people is a lot of people are very serious a lot of time, and you gotta have fun.
No, have fun with it, man.
Have fun.
I mean, this is, you know, a lot of people always ask me, like, is this your job? And I'm like, God, hell no. Like, I lose money on this. This is a passion. It's a hobby.
Ready for a good dad joke?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
You want to know how to make $1 million in the paranormal?
How?
Start with 2.
Oh my God.
No?
Horrible dad joke.
It was horrible?
I mean, but all dad jokes are horrible, so.
All right. So what does the Eiffel Tower and a tick have in common?
What?
They're both parasites.
Oh my God. Goodbye, everybody. You got Sam. He enjoyed it.
That's pretty good. So
damn it.
Yeah. Well, I had to follow up with something good there.
Oh God.
I will be appearing in your town very soon all weekend.
David Taylor's stand-up comedy.
Stand-up and dad jokes. No. But no. You know, getting back to kind of where we were at, it was, you know, we want to have fun just like we're having fun here.
Yeah, I mean, I think like you have to have fun.
They were having fun at that pig roast, man.
Oh yeah, they were.
Jeez.
They had a good time. I mean, we had fun too. Like we had a really good group of people that came out and investigated with us.
Everybody, well, not everybody, but most of the
like
people
99%
were
of the people
were open to what we were doing and things like that. So, you know, Sam had a great seance upstairs with everybody. There were some people who were involved with the seance that really were working on some things, and they really kind of broke through. And it's the second time I've been at a seance of where somebody has really kind of advanced their advance their knowledge and their skills of what they're doing. So that's very important to me, to see somebody really kind of grow in this field, because
for sure.
a lot of times we like to pay this stuff forward. It's their investigations that they're there for. You know, they want to kind of hang out with us and stuff like that also. But, you know, so we just kind of guide them and things like that.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's the big thing is I like when, like, I've been on tons of events and public investigations where I feel like I am, like, on display, right? Like, you know,
here's a ghost.
Yes, it is the dog and pony show where you were like, you've got to do all of the investigating, and it's a pain because, like, people paid to be there. Like, like, this is your investigation. This is not mine. I am here to facilitate.
Yeah.
I am here to help you.
Yeah, just guide you kind of through.
But not, like, you know, it's for you. It's not for me.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's just, you know, but people had a good time.
Yes.
Know? And
there's John. Let's get John. John. Yes. Come here.
Come hither.
Come forth. All right, we've got John now.
John,
you come in the middle.
Come right between us, John.
Yeah. All right, we're cutting.
Hi,
Cut.
John.
And up here.
Yeah.
So here's John. I'm gonna pull this off so we can talk. Hold on. Oh, this is gonna suck, audio wise. Sorry, future Steve. So you gotta apologize to yourself because you know it's gonna sound horrid when I pick that thing up. Yeah.
Check this out. No.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I know.
All right, so we were talking earlier about you being Spider-Man.
Yes.
Okay.
Incredible.
Yep, the incredible, amazing Spider-Man.
Amazing Spider-Man, yes.
But
Did you get the devil horns right there?
The Spider-Man devil horns. Spider-Man is just satanic. It's just that's really what it is. It's just
Satan Man.
Could you imagine?
Sorry, he's friends with Richard Lillard.
Satan Man.
Richard Lill is driving around in Mr. Satan with Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Richard, I love you.
This is good. So we were talking about like some of the experiences, and we talked about some of the experiences that we had in the basement / first floor / whatever you want to call that.
Yes.
And specifically around Tom.
Okay.
Right, and so I was in an Estes, picked up the name Tom.
Okay.
I don't remember the context or anything. I just know Tom. Mm-hmm. And then right after that, you had kind of started to pick up on something.
Yeah. So when we were doing the Estes method, we were discussing Tom, and Tom came through. That's one of the names that came through for you.
Okay.
And as we were sitting there, I just kept getting this nagging feeling like I was being pulled to the kitchen. And I'm like, this is not, because everybody was asking questions that was related to the mill. And I'm like, this feels more recent.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going through and I'm trying to tap into what was going on. And I kept getting this, there was this male. And I'm like, okay, he's either part of the Eagles or he was part of something that was there before they were there.
Okay.
And I'm going through, and I kept getting male. He appeared to be middle-aged, and I just knew how he passed because my heart, there's a sign how I know as a medium that I can tell if it's a heart attack, stroke, or something to do with the blood, but I knew with my heart flipping, it was a heart attack. Mm-hmm. And I just kept getting that over and over and over. And so I asked that, I'm like, to any of the members that were there that evening, I said, do you know of anyone that passed away with anything that's related to what I was getting?
Mm-hmm.
So.
So we were getting upstairs, John, we were getting something similar of somebody middle-aged. Were you getting him, what we were getting upstairs is he was overweight and a red bandana coming.
White t-shirt.
Yeah.
Almost like
that's really cool.
To me, it almost was like he was like a cook, or he was like somebody that was just on the staff there.
And,
as far as
I forget her name, but she's the manager, but she was confirming that there was somebody that had passed that was that age. So yeah.
Well,
so,
then you talked to Andy this morning.
So this morning, I asked Andy because he was telling me about his friends and how he grew up here in the area.
Do you know about this part?
No.
Okay, so this is new to you.
This is
Okay,
new.
good.
He was talking about how his sister had worked there. And
Okay.
so
Before it was
the
Okay,
Eagles.
So it was a restaurant.
before 85. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a restaurant.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Before that.
I had asked him, I'm like, can you ask her a question for me? So I
Okay.
explained it to him. And I said, can you ask her if there was a male, middle-aged, who passed away from a heart attack there? And so he's like, okay, I'll text her and I'll ask her. And we're talking, and long story short, she comes back saying, yeah, there was a guy there, the owner's name of the restaurant. His name was Tom, and he had a son who was Tom Jr. So I said, okay. Did he pass away from a heart attack? She said that he had a heart attack there at the restaurant, went to the hospital, and later passed away.
What?
And I'm like, whoa, chills, everything. It was just really cool.
Sure.
It was really cool.
That's not too bad. It's not too bad.
Right here, man. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
We were talking about Tom.
Talking about Tom. We're
Yeah,
doing Tom
that's
things.
crazy.
It's pretty good. We were getting something upstairs, too, of a middle-aged guy.
Well, I wasn't, but I grew up here in Strasburg.
Okay.
And so I called my sister, texted her, asked her if there was somebody, Tom, that
Yeah. Yeah, it's good
she
correlation.
said, yeah, she said, but so she was telling me more about it. He had the heart attack there and laid for a couple of hours before they found him.
Yeah.
So he laid there.
They were alive when they got him to the hospital. They died with a life support. So he was pretty much
Not a bad job there, Johnny. Good job, bud.
It caught me off guard, and then the whole
good job,
thing about
dude.
seeing the
It's
man
really good.
upstairs when I first went in.
Yeah. Oh, you saw him too?
Mm-hmm.
The black
I
hat guy?
honestly can probably still draw his face because of how clear.
Didn't see his face. He was just coming. So I was sitting kind of in the corner by where the camera was, and so I had that kind of view of just. So the doorway was right here, and you could kind of see the other doorway right there.
Yeah.
And he was just coming, boop, boop, like that, and we were getting, the group was getting some things with the seance, but he was just coming, boop, 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 and he was just like, "What's going on? Okay, oh, everything okay?
What you doing?"
Yeah. And then one of the younger people almost kind of did a spirit
like
drawing.
Greg. He's like, there.
Of the hat, because a lot of people, when they see a black figure, they have that brimmed hat, things like that. We weren't seeing that. She didn't see that. She saw more of a derby or
To me, it almost looked like it was like a military Civil War beret.
Yeah, something like
the
that.
hat.
So yeah, she drew something like that. But the brim, I understand exactly what you're saying. But yeah, so it's similar. It's not the same, but it's still kind of on the same track. So,
And it's important to know, because as a medium or as a sensitive, you're going through a location, you're going to infer information, you're going to see things where other people might be able to see things a little more clear or maybe not.
Sure.
And it's just, depends on how open you are to receiving the information.
Absolutely, man.
So.
Great job, dude.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's awesome,
That was good.
dude.
Yeah, that was really good connection.
For
on
real.
that one.
For real.
And the follow up was the really
Yeah, the
interesting
follow up
thing.
is great. It just gives confirmation of what John does. So make sure to go follow John on social media and get a couple of readings.
Where can we find you, John?
So you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and I have my website, of course, online.
Don't worry, John.
What
I'll
is your
find you.
website? Yeah, I'll find you, John.
mediumjohncovey.weebly.com.
Awesome.
Thank
you, sir. Appreciate
thank
it.
you, Johnny. We had some really good experiences on all levels of it, and
It was and I mean it was a beautiful building. Like it was, really well kept. So it was an old mill, right?
Yeah.
And one of the coolest things, and I've got approval to share all the photos that I have, so I'll pop it up here too. But one of the coolest things I think, and I showed you this too, was they had the original kind of like the wheelhouse in downstairs where all the original gears were still there, and they had them all lit up so you could see them. It was so cool.
really cool. Good vibes coming off it. A lot of energy was coming off there when I was down there. Just a lot of energy.
Yes, and one of the cool things is, so it's not a working mill anymore. Nope. There's no water passing through anything. But one of the things that John and I were thinking is, let's set up an audio recorder in where the gears are, where the mill was in there. And so we popped a recorder in there, and I mean, there's nothing in there. It's dry as a bone.
Yeah.
There's nothing in there. They actually use it for storage sometimes.
Sure.
And when we went back and listened to the recording, it just sounds like, so it's quiet, and then it just sounds like rushing water.
I can imagine. Yeah.
Just tons, it just sounds like water. The entire 2 minutes that the audio recorder was in there.
That's cool.
And it's neat because, like, there was no running water, and it's not like an EVP in the sense of, like, when we think of EVPs, we think of, like, people talking, whispers, humans, etc. Like, we don't really think of, like, an EVP in the sense of hearing footsteps or hearing, like, a natural element, like running water.
Like, say, like, if thunder came through there or something.
Yeah, right?
Thunderstorm, yeah. So.
Like, it's very...
It's just one of those things that happened last night that are just really cool. I would investigate there in a heartbeat. There's some places that I won't go back to, but
I'd go back there.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think they'd be receptive if, like, we did, like, an event there or something like that.
I would love to. I would come back and do that. Yeah. I mean, it is a cool building, and it's really pretty.
We'd have to get it, like, when everybody's gone, though. You know what I'm saying? So, and
there's no pig roast.
Yeah, no, they were so nice to give us, like, 2 levels, and then we had the whole run-in place, like, after 12.
Mm-hmm.
But, we were so tired around, like, 1:30. We were all...
done,
we were going up, and we had our second wins, and then it just, like...
And then it dropped.
Boom. So, time to go.
But it was cool. I would 100% go back. And
Absolutely.
I think it was really cool that Jen was able to pull that together and give us that opportunity to investigate. I mean, it's not open to the public. It's not like you can just go and check it out and walk in there.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like one of these hidden gems of, like, history, man. Like, they have preserved that location. They've made it theirs, but they've preserved it. And if they didn't, I don't know if anybody would. I mean, there's so many. I don't remember somebody was talking about how, like, in Europe, they like love and preserve and cherish these historic sites.
Sure.
In America, we are so much more apt to just, like, destroying the shit out of it and putting a parking lot in its place.
Yeah, for real.
And that always kills me. I've investigated historic locations where, we've gone in to try to raise money, and we've gone to try to raise awareness and whatnot. And, I very, very vividly remember this one location that the county just decided,
we don't need it anymore.
And so it was over 200 years old, and it was raised in less than a day. In an afternoon, it was flattened and just pancaked into the earth.
That's
and
sad.
And it sucked.
Yeah.
It really sucked. And so it's really nice to see, instead of building a brand new location, they decided, hey, let's preserve this location.
Getting the wheel there, telling the history, and doing some great charity around.
And that's the other thing. Like you mentioned it earlier. Like, the staff was very knowledgeable. Like, it was very clear that they're passionate about that.
That's a great way to describe it. Passionate about it, and knowing what's going on to let people know when you go to these charity events or what they do for charity, and saying it's the 79 or 1791 or 97 wheelhouse and things like that, with the Eagles. So it's a great thing of history that Strasburg has kept, and
it is. If you get the opportunity to check it out, highly recommend it.
Yep.
Really, really cool place. The folks there are very welcoming.
Yes.
I mean, it was like walking into the coolest man cave. I swear to God, like, I was like, man, I don't have a basement, but if I have a basement,
this is what I want.
This is what I want. And TVs, my wife would be very angry at that, but. And she's sitting over here, by the way, so she's, like, staring at me angry. It was so cool. And they had, like, board games, there were video games, there's a full bar. Like, oh my God. And then it was like the stone, like all that stone work. It was like open stone as the wall. God, it was so cool.
I'm a sucker for, like, brick or like stone and stuff like that.
100%.
It's just really, really kind of cool when you see that.
Beautiful.
And you just know, especially at the bottom of that pit, like, somebody dug that pit right there. And I'm sure it's been refurbished a little bit like that. But that was started in, like, 1797.
Yes.
Yeah. And so it kind of makes you feel a bit small sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Oh, people were around then. It's not just all
People
about
were doing
myself.
things at that point in time.
we had to build a wheel here so we could grind our herbs or whatever that we grew in the field. We just didn't go to the store and buy them. So.
And now we're like, look at that cool wheel.
At least the water makes it go round, Not like the Price is Right.
How does it make the water goes around?
Yeah. So. All right, man.
Alrighty.
All right.
Well, I think we're gonna wrap it.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining
Hey,
and hanging out today. Appreciate it.
Thanks for the great interview earlier, and thanks for the for getting us down, getting us up here. Well,
yeah,
it's
you're up.
Yeah, because I'm coming from the south.
You are.
Even though I don't sound like it.
So, where can we find you?
You can find us on all social media, from Twitter to TikTok. You can go to our100lives.com. Facebook is really where we kind of interact with everybody. So you can go to Our 100 Lives. We have a public page there of where we post everything that's going on with OHL. Interact there. You can also find us on Paraflix.
Mm-hmm.
We are just beginning season 9. So go to paraflix.com. You can do a 3-day free trial, no obligation. If you'd like to check out Our 100 Lives or any other of the shows, you're on Paraflix too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ghost Finders is on Paraflix.
On Paraflix. So you can do that. You can put in a code for OHL25 to get 25% off.
There you go.
It's really kind of a cool place to go. I do have kind of sort of a podcast from like old stuff.
Sure.
I'm still getting downloads from, so that's good. But
Perfect.
Yeah, and every once in a while we'll pop up and do a live. So just like I've been doing this weekend. So it's been great.
Cool beans.
I know. That was a lot.
It is a lot. You're a busy man.
I know.
Alrighty. Well, we'll see you guys next time.
See you guys.